Chris. Welcome back to my 6-string domination guitar instructional series that I'm doing on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So today is going to be sort of a beginner's guide to Yngwie Malmsteen. One of his more popular scales that he uses, one of the techniques that he uses. And I remember when I first started playing that I would hear a lot of the stuff that he was doing, and it seemed like it was almost magical, like it was something I would never be able to accomplish. But hopefully today, if you're newer to his style and you're just curious as to how he gets that sound, as to what he's doing, I'll touch upon his more famous scale that he uses. He uses all sorts of scales. He's very well-rounded. But there is one in particular that he uses that kind of gives him that particular sound that he has. And one of the techniques that he uses, I'm going to simplify it. We're going to do it on one string. We're going to touch upon the scale. We're going to touch upon the technique. And I'm going to give you a couple tips and keys that you can use to help improvise and familiarize yourself with this style. So let's take a look at the guitar here. Let's tune up. If you want to be in tune with me, I'm just tuned to E standard for today. And let's take a look at the scale. All right, so today we're going to use the E harmonic minor scale, which is one of the scales that Yngwie is most famous for using. So we're going to play all on the high E string. And that scale is a 7-note scale. It is made up of E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D sharp, and then we'll go back up to the octave at E. Okay, so. So as opposed to a natural minor, which would be they actually take the 7th and they go from D to D sharp. And that's actually the note that gives the harmonic minor its distinct sort of flavor. So all right, so that's the scale we're going to use today. We're going to use the harmonic minor scale, specifically the E harmonic minor scale. And the technique we're going to use is called pedal point. Pedal point basically is a sustained or repeated note that is played behind a harmony. So what we're going to do is we're going to play all on the high E string today, and we're going to pedal off of our open E string and use different notes within the E harmonic minor scale to come up with different patterns and harmonies that you can improvise with, and that I'll show you today that we can work on. So let's take a look at this. All right, so we went over the scale for today, which is E harmonic minor. And so the technique for today we're going to do is called pedal point, which, as I described earlier, is a sustained or repeated note that's played behind a harmony. So in this case, it's going to be E harmonic minor. It's going to be on the high E string only for today, and the pedal note is going to be E. So one example and kind of like a good introductory exercise would be a descending pattern through E harmonic minor. So we're going to start on E, and we're going to descend through all the notes of the scale with playing the open E string in between. So it'll be something like this, and you're alternate picking while you're doing this, by the way. So. And then you can also ascend. Okay, and this is one of those techniques that as you get a little faster, it sounds a lot more impressive than it really is. It's pretty easy to get the hang of it. And once you do get the hang of it, then you can do some more creative things with it. You can add more of the pedal note in between. You could do hammer-ons and pull-offs using the different notes in the harmony. So you can do like things like that. It's fun to experiment with. There's a lot you can do. You could do this in other keys, on other strings. I would say just experiment, see what you like. come up with different patterns, come up with different numbers of times that you use the pedal note, try hammer-ons and pull-offs from one note to the next in between the pedal notes, and experiment and see how it works out. That's going to be it for this episode of the 6-String Domination Guitar Instructional Series. I hope that this was helpful. Again, this is a very rudimentary, introductory lesson to Yngwie's more popular scale that he uses, harmonic minor, and pedal point being one of his more popular techniques that he uses. So I would encourage you to listen to his music and see if you can actually train your ear to hear when he uses this technique and when he uses harmonic minor, which is actually quite often, and experiment with this. It leaves a lot of room for improvisation, what I showed you today. You can come up with different patterns and practice to a metronome if you want, and just experiment. And this will be hopefully one of many lessons that I do on Yngwie's style. I hope to expand upon it and move into other scales and other techniques that he uses. So if you found this useful, please like and subscribe to my channel. Feel free to comment, leave any suggestions for future lessons that you want to have, or any questions that you have pertaining to this lesson. Okay, and I'll see you next time, guys. Have a good one.